Good morning from the Thoughtful Gardener. Do you love dahlias as much as I do? Would you love for them to bloom earlier in the season? Stay tuned and I'll show you how. Hey guys, it's the Thoughtful Gardener, and I am super excited to share with you a technique I learned from one of my master gardener friends who is a dahlia expert of how to get dahlias to bloom a bit earlier. See, the challenge here in central Pennsylvania is it's really hard for our ground to get warmed up enough for these dahlias to be happy to try to grow. If I put them in the ground right now, my soil temperature is cold and it's not going to be happy and it's not going to want to do anything. So I want to try to trick it into thinking it's a little bit warmer, and we're going to do that by planting it in a pot. So the first thing you're going to need is really good potting soil. So I've already filled up a pot here. You're going to need quite a large pot to fit your tuber because these tubers are really large. And we want to get that about 3/4 of the way full. And I am going to be planting today what is called Arabian Night. These were heirlooms from 1951. It's going to be a deep velvet crimson beauty. And it is really important that we get this in full sun. So south-facing garden is going to be best for maximum flower bulbs. So this is what we're going to do. I received these just recently from Old House Gardens. Their recommendation is not to plant these until the temperature is 60 degrees or higher. Now, I've had these sitting in my garage for the last 2 weeks with the bags opened, allowing the air to get in, but it's slightly warmer in my garage than it is outside right now. So I want you to put the tuber, if you can, sideways in the container. So that's what I've done here. If you can't get it sideways, you want to just put it on an angle, and then we're going to cover it with about 1 inch of soil. So here we are with 1 inch of soil. Now this is going to go in direct light. We're going to put it right out on that patio that you see behind me in full sun. We're not going to water it. The reason is I don't want these bulbs to rot. Now it's possible they'll get rained on, and that's completely fine, but we're not going to supplement it whatsoever. Once we see it start coming up through the soil, and my soil temperature, not the air temperature, the soil temperature is 60 degrees, they'll be ready to go in the ground. So it's probably only going to take a couple of weeks to do this, but I should have flowers in early August instead of late August, how I usually get them. These are profuse bloomers, and they're wonderful if you love cut flowers. I find that the bees just love them as well. I plant them in all different kinds of colors, and then I dig them up at the end of the season. Once you've had an opportunity for the ground to freeze twice is when I use a fork to dig them up and then store them. I let them get super dry, and then I put them in perlite, and then I store them in my garage. Again, you got to make sure they're super, super dry. I hope this is really helpful so you can have dahlias earlier in your garden. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you love this video, let us know by subscribing and liking the channel. Garden thoughtfully, and take care.